pleased to have you along. This should be a good one. We're set, and off we go here on EA Sports. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10.
7 Pirates, 7 Pirates, Panther 60, set, ready.
Right to the air from the 30 on the first play. And that is incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open. And that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't. Perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
Set, 70 Lions, 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick, Hawk 70, Hawk 70. Warrior 70. Hut.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
That's a gain of 11, and they'll move the chains with another first down.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Good blocking to the 15. And he's going to take this all the way home. Touchdown, Washington. That touchdown, number 11 on the year. Tries at the point, up and good. And the Commanders will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be out of bounds on the return, and the drive will begin there. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end.
So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Here we go.
He'll drop to throw. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
He'll get this to Pitts once more. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Not every pass has to be thrown. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Second and a yard.
60 Eagles. Here we go. Here we go.
Big throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they take it to the 20-yard line with that one. They get an even 20 on that one. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Okay, ready? Let's go now. Ready, ready?
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That is going to be pulled in. He's got it. Touchdown, Falcons. Not going for 2. They'll kick the point after. His kick is good. And the Falcons come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. He fields it at the 8. Here comes a reverse. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. Here's 1st and 10.
Come on, set! 18, Pioneer! Hut, hut!
Not much. 2nd and long coming up. To throw. He's got a man. It's CeeDee Lamb. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
Let's go. 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat! Ready?
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to go. He is taken down.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
Moss in motion. Blown back in the backfield. They'll get the carry here. Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with 3rd down.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Set. 19 Tiger, 19. Come 19. Come 19. 70 Timberwolf.
Putting the tight end in motion. Nowhere to get away, and he's going to go down.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth. Each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Before he can even think about returning that ball. Whoa! They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5.
Head up. 10 to 60. 10 to 60. Ready?
We'll get this out wide. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down.
70 Lions.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. 1st down and more inside the 40. And he is taken down. To the ground, a 1st down run. And a short pickup down to the 21.
Hustle, hustle.
2nd down and 8.
Hawk 7, take over.
They'll throw out of the gun. To the right. That's Pitts.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. This is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
They'll try to get this one on the ground.
Well, we have an early decision here, Mike. How aggressive does this coach want to be on this 4th down try? I think you got to keep your offense out there. You have a prime opportunity to take the fight to him.
And he's going to be hit and taken down. They got him with a big-time rush. It will lead to a turnover on downs.
And here we have a real gutsy call here, Mike, early in this game offensively. I think you're giving up a surefire field goal attempt, but at the same time, you're demonstrating to your players, hey, offense, I have a lot of trust in you, and let's see if they have this same approach as the rest of this game plays on.
Here we go, set. Check, Bobcat, check, Bob. Ready?
Start the drive on the ground, and here comes a reverse. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
Bronco 80. 19 Lions. Here we go.
They'll look to throw. Back into the hands of his receiver, Hyatt. And he's out of bounds inside the 30. A big play there for Washington. 41 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
He's got it at the 7. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
And this This is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Try to get here from the 7-yard line, second down, and goal.
60 Bison. Come on.
Moss in motion.
Go.
Back to the air one more time. Oh, trying to set up the screen, but that is going to fall incomplete.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
Two incomplete passes now lead to this third down and goal.
Stephanie.
Moss in motion.
Ready.
To the goal line and in. Touchdown, Commander. Slide now for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will move out to a 14-7 lead. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. That's fielded just shy of the goal line. Whoa. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Looking middle of the field, it's complete. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line.
18 Cardinal. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He'll let this one go. Deep for Thomas. And that is incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Let's go.
Back to the air once more on second down. Into space at the 45. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
70 Lions. Let's go.
Now they'll set up to throw. That ball is caught on the sideline and both feet inbounds. A big third down pickup for a first down. A pickup there of 28 yards. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yardage. Work to do now as they come up on second and long. He'll go right and find his running back. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and third down coming up.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
And this is going to be incomplete. That is a letdown there. Pass looked to be on target. No catch. And now fourth down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
The field goal unit on the sideline. They'll line up to go for it on fourth down. That's taken in. It's a gain of 10 as they get the conversion on fourth down.
We're starting to see this a lot in the NFL. Not only fourth down tries are up, but throwing the ball short of the sticks. Teams are so reliant nowadays on yards after the catch. It could feel a little dicey upon reception, but a nice job here, and fortunately for them, it picks up the first down.
On the move at the 14-yard line, it's first and 10.
Viking 18.
Now a give up the middle. Not much room to speak of. He'll take this to the 11. They'll come up on a second down and 8. Jones motioning here. Here's a designed run. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. It comes with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. This drive in danger of stalling out on third and 10. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta.
This is one of those cases, Mike, where the play caller understands, I got 3 points in my back pocket. There's no need here to be conservative. Let's keep this drive alive and see if we can come away with a touchdown. But instead of just trying to pick up the first down, they go for the big one, and it's a perfect throw, great catch, and they come away with 6.
This taken in at the 8-yard line. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So here's a first and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Ready?
Right away, they'll set up to throw. They'll try to hit him with a screen.
You see so many teams wait till third down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on first down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screen play still in the back of their head.
He's going to air this one out, and this will be incomplete.
We've already seen these two guys connect for a touchdown in this game, and had they been on the same page there, I think they would have been able to add to that total. Unfortunately for them, just a little bit off, and it falls incomplete.
Let's go now. Ready?
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. Open man left side, he's got it. And he's down inside the 40-yard line.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for...
He's in. Jalen Hyatt. Touchdown, Washington. Out comes Sly for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Commanders have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
They send a receiver in motion left.
Check out.
They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble. Down he goes. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. As they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in half number 1.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Let's go.
Throwing now from the gun. He's going to look for the home run ball. And penalty flags come in as it lines up incomplete, but no doubt there was. Throwing now on first and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. He'll bang that one through. It's good. So we've hit halftime here in the home team. The Commanders are out on top. As we'll head down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. The drive begins at the 20. Here's first and 10. To Pitts, the tight end. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
He'll drop to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Downfield, got him. And he's got it. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Pressure gets there. And down he goes.
Outside of a turnover, this was probably the worst-case scenario. Immediate pressure in his face with nowhere to go with the ball downfield. Just get the ball out of your hand. Live to play another down. Instead, he retreats backwards and leads to a massive loss.
Well, they'll get some of the sack yardage back, but it's still going to leave them with third down. Pitts is the man in motion.
Go!
On third down, they'll set up to throw. That's 2 catches on this drive. This one for 10 yards and a first down.
I know, I'm biased. But listen, you can't convince me, Mike, that there's a better option on the field, especially when you got a guy like this that on third down or critical moments, that's where the ball needs to go. The size, the speed, the matchup problems that he creates. If I was in a critical situation, there is no doubt where I'm going with the ball.
Here we go, set.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10.
Ready?
Back to throw. No one open. He'll drop it to his running back. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now, this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's first and goal.
A run on first and goal. Down to the goal line. No signal. Is he in? They'll say it did not break the play, but a real solid gain on first and goal. Second and goal.
70 Lions. Ready?
They'll try to run this one in. And he is not going to get to the goal line. In fact, he's even going to lose yards on that play. And now it is third and goal.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Throwing here on third and goal. And he'll take it on in. Touchdown, Falcons. That is second touchdown of the game. He's up to 9 now on the year.
And this is just high-level quarterback play down here in the red zone. The way they teach them their progressions, Mike, it's touchdown, check down. You don't want to take a sack, and you certainly don't want to turn the ball over. He knows he has nothing down the field, nowhere to go to his receivers and tight ends. Check it down to your back, let them do the rest after the catch, and it results in a touchdown.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he will not bring it out. It's a touchback, and this drive will begin at the 30-yard. They'll come up here, first and 10.
Let's go now. Bronco 80. Dragon 60. Ready?
Back to throw here to begin the drop. Open man, downfield, it's CeeDee Lamb. That one good for 26 yards.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the field. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
And they'll get about half what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5.
All right, so there's really 3 areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel in. Number 1, the traditional handoffs. Number 2, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection, and maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
60 Maverick. Warrior 70. Hut, hut.
He'll look to throw. Toward the middle of the field that time, but incomplete.
You there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Going up top. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Sly's kick is good. And the Commanders will tie the game at 24.
So touchdowns are always the primary goal of every drive. But when you find yourself down 3 here in the second half, you've just got to find a way to tie the game up. And they were able to do that here.
He'll start at the 2. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll get this out to his running back. Here's 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback. Get into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
Go!
Quick throw here on the RPO, caught by Thomas. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A gain there of 20. It's good for a Falcon first down.
Nice job there, getting the ball to your slot receiver and then letting him get to work. It's a nice feeling as a quarterback when you can just have a short throw still result in a big game.
They'll look to throw again. He'll get this one to his safety valve, complete. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On the ready.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. So, no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. On play action, he'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
You want to be a star in the NFL, Mike? These are the high-pressure moments that you can't shy away from. The greats, they embrace it. Tie ball game, fourth quarter. The game is on the line. Everyone in the stadium knows where that ball is going. They kept running.
They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick them up and throw them down for a loss.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
So after the loss on first, here's second and 14.
Here we go.
Now this time, he'll set up to throw. They'll try to set up a tight end screen with Pitts.
Now, pass.
The crowd making their presence felt. This is third down. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. He's going to be brought down very close to that line to gain. They're going to mark him just a bit short. And now it's fourth down.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And you can cut like this guy. I'm not sure how you guard it.
This is intercepted. And the Commanders are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
All right, Mike, file this play away. If they're able to hold on and pull this game out, we're going to look back on this as the pivotal moment of this game. Oftentimes, it takes that one big moment to sway the outcome of a game, and no bigger play than a pick deep inside your own red zone.
A throw on the move is caught. And a good one here. He'll be marked down up past the 25-yard line.
This is a tale as old as time, Mike. It seems that any time the team forces a takeaway, fumble, or interception, the ensuing drive starts with a shot, a deep play in the air to try to seize on some of that momentum. You just saw a great example of it here.
Cougar 19.
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down. Here's a run going left. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
A couple of first downs to start this drive. They're first and 10, up at the 42.
Hawk 70. Ready.
Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
Well, let's give some credit to the big boys up front in the trenches. They knew that blitz was coming. They held up just long enough that the quarterback could get that ball out safely and results in a completion.
Street.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up third down.
The receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way, every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
On the set.
Big play.
Cowboy
3rd and 2.
70. 60 Eagles. 60 Mustang 19. 60 Bison. Go.
They'll drop to throw. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Clutch throw here to keep their chances alive. Tie ball game as they approach midfield now. They've got to keep an eye on the clock. They've got to find a way to get this ball into field goal range, stop the clock, and see if your kicker can be a hero.
Plenty of time, all 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10. Now, faking the give. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat.
They'll stick to the ground. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
This is one of those cases where having high-end speed in the backfield can be such a game changer. The offensive linemen don't need to hold their blocks quite as long. You give this guy a little bit of a crease, and man, he is gone.
Ready?
Needing to convert here on 3rd and inches.
Set. Panther 60, Panther 60. Come 19, come 19. Check go.
They'll run here. Oh, the defense meets him in the backfield. They stopped him dead in his tracks and set up 4th down.
Hats off to the interior of this defensive line. Look at the penetration they're able to get up front, Mike, to defeat their blocks. And 3rd and an inch, they knew that run was coming, and boy, were they ready.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
Set up. 19 tight, 19 tight. Chap 60, chap 60. Ready, ready?
He'll drop to throw. Jalen Hyatt, touchdown Commanders. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Sly now for the point after. He's got it. And the Commanders will go up by 7. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. This is going to be taken in at the 3. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. This is 1st and 10.
Ready?
Pitts is the man in motion. Oh, the pressure too much. He goes down. Back on 2nd and long. Now they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught.
As the saying goes, Mike, you need your big-time players to make big-time plays, and the moment doesn't get bigger than this. Find yourself down. A touchdown gives you a chance to win this thing in regulation, and I think they got shot.
Big play coming up, 3rd and 7, and the crowd on their feet. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. Short throw taken by Pitts. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes, they're going to mark him a yard short. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. That's going to be caught. He's going to be out of bounds, but he will have enough to pick up a first down.
What a call here on fourth down. You just don't traditionally see screen games used on fourth down tries, but in this case, the defense was bringing some pressure. They timed it right and picked up the first down.
That's thrown right side, but incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
Back to the air one more time. Now he'll air one out. That is incomplete. So the task gets more difficult. Time for maybe 2 plays. That's it.
Great job there defensively separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
And the crowd a major factor now as we get to third down.
Here we go.
Back to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Pitts. That's the second time they found him on this drive, and this one's good for 24 yards.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball.
Let's go now.
Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
They'll look to throw yet again. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish. This one will come to an end.